Hello, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is your Manchester United versus RB Leipzig match preview, and a game where, boys, it's life or death for us, boys. We're either gonna get a result to put us over the line, or we're gonna lose and be back in the Emmerdale Cup. The Chappie League Cup, which I don't want to be in. I really don't want to be in. I think it is the last thing we need at this moment, and even I think if we don't somehow qualify in this group, it's that I still think Ollie's job will probably still be safe. I think, the ball will suck up everything until Champions League is gone from us. I think that is the only point in where we will see Ollie get fired. So yeah, it's crazy to think that he could lose tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Tuesday, and we could not be in Champions League, and then this man could still be in a job. But you look at the league table again, and it's just like, we're there. We're there. We have a game in hand. We in a title race, boys. We can't be in a title race. But I won't lie to you. It's Bruno Fernandes, and it's only Bruno Fernandes. So I stand by that. But boys, this game is life or death situation. So yeah, before we get into it, if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. All that good stuff. But boys, let's get into it. What are you thinking? Ahead of this game, what are you guys thinking? How are you guys feeling? From yesterday. And just in general, how does that leave you for the game against Tuesday?
Yeah, I'm happy we won yesterday, but I'm nervous on that. And I started feeling it before yesterday's game because I feel like this is an important game for us. Besides Ole, we need to be in the Champions League. We need to go in the next round. It's unacceptable for us to be in the Europa League. The thoughts just made me want to cry, to be honest. And it's do or die for Ole as well. And we just really need to win this game. And it reminds me of the Leicester game last season, where we needed at least a draw. Same situation.
For the Champions League, yeah.
And the nerves were everywhere that time. And I think it's the same thing now. I can imagine Ole's nerves are insane, but he has to get through it. He's the manager of Manchester United, and he needs to get the job done. And to be honest, in this game, I don't care how we do it, as long as we get through. Honestly, I'd like to win the group, and I think we are capable of beating Leipzig, but a draw will be fine. And if he loses this game, like I've been backing Ole, but if he loses this game, I think it has to be done. Honestly, I think if we lose this game, it's unacceptable. We've got too far. We work so hard to win the Champions League just to get knocked out. I don't care how hard the group is. We're Manchester United, and we should not be getting schooled by RB Leipzig. So if we lose this game, man needs to leave, and we need some fresh blood in the club.
Clay, before you give your saying and stuff, I'm going to say to that, it is a very good point because, like I said, I don't know what Ollie needs to do to get the sack. If he does face the sack, I know exactly what he needs to do to stay in the job. But if he loses to Leipzig, now we're out of Champions League. Then we're playing City next, which he can very much lose. Then we're playing Leeds, I think. I'll save my Leeds thoughts, but that preview is gonna be a madness. I love that. I'm gonna love that preview. But those three games are very likely to be 3 L's in a row if things go bad. It can also be 3
Leipzig,
dubs.
City, Sheffield, Leeds.
Sheffield. Okay, so Ollie, it feels like that would be the game to say. It's typical for Ollie to get knocked out of Champions League, lose against City, and then beat Sheffield. And it's like, there's hope again. There's hope again. No. I'm not having. But yeah, Clay, your initial thoughts and your thoughts ahead of going into the game, and also just how you feeling after you've had a day from last night.
Yeah, so just the general feel is that we have a lot of room to improve still, and Ollie needs to get the best out of his players for this game. I'm very excited for this game because I always love watching RB Leipzig play. It's just now scary because they need 3 points to go through. So it's going to be a very, very tough ask to keep RB Leipzig out for a second time. And we did get lucky to make it 5-0, but we should have won that game nonetheless. But it could very easily turn sideways this game.
Yeah. And the thing...
Leipzig also drew with Munich.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. That's why I just checked my phone now to see it. Because I remember, because obviously, I wasn't watching that game. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was just somewhat keeping tabs yesterday because they were playing the same time as United. And then I was hearing, I think closer to the second half, they're winning 3-2, and then they obviously drew against Bayern Munich. So I don't know what type of team they played. They probably did play their first team, I'm guessing. So I think we might have had a little bit of rest, but basically, I mean, we really
Close
did.
to.
Yeah, we really did
Did
play our
impress
first team. Yeah.
numbers.
But yeah, it's a big game, and like you said, to draw against Bayern is not many people can do that. Let's just be honest. Not many people can do that. You know, this is a team that cannot be taken lightly. It's a very serious game. Nagelsmann and those boys, they can hurt us. They can hurt us. And like Clayton says, I think the biggest problem and the biggest fear I feel is that Leipzig has got no choice but to win. So they are going to go for it, which might play in our hands though. You know, if they really try, go
It
for
might,
it.
might.
You know, if you give us a chance to counter, we will smack you. You know, any team in the world. If you give United a chance to counter attack you, we will smack you. That's just simple as that.
I feel like, as much as we don't like the counter, that needs to be the mindset here. I feel like we need to look to take advantage of it. They are going to lose space because they have to score goals. We mustn't go in this game thinking, let's keep a clean sheet. We must go in this game saying we need to score goals and we must be very effective on the counter.
I personally think this game is kind of the one game we don't want to be countering 24/7 because they've got very pacey centre backs and wing backs. Like this is the one game where I'm like, our counter could be somewhat nullified. We didn't exactly hit them that hard on the counter before. It was more those wild shots or making a chance off the break where we get past the defenders versus running straight through them on the counter. You know, it wasn't a cut and dry counter when we actually beat Leipzig. So I don't know if just countering.
I feel like there's more love on the turnover.
Yeah.
The one thing the thing that
Yeah, no, I
Moritz
get
said
you.
is
There's a lot
that
of
we mustn't have
turnover
the mindset to keep a clean sheet. I think we fucking must have a mindset of keeping a clean sheet though. I think, you know, if we don't keep a clean sheet
I
and
get
they
you,
score
I
that
get
first goal, boys, pack the bags. It's time. It's time to go. You know, I'm closing up. I'm like,
I get
you
you.
know, there's always hope, but no, I don't
Yes.
think we need
I'm
to.
just saying it mustn't be the all in all.
Yeah, I get you.
must
But
be
you
the one
know,
who must
again,
go
I'm
in there.
thinking it's like Odi. He knows he just needs a draw. So even I'm, you know, this is the one game I'm like, you know, guys, fuck it, play us ways and just park it, put 10 men in the goals, get the draw. I'll be happy with the draw because you know it gets us through. I know it's not, but for one game,
It
I
scares
can,
me.
yeah, I'll allow it for one game. Personally, I'll allow it for one game. I can understand it. And that's the other thing, because you know, yeah.
It's such fine margins to be honest, because sometimes we put 10 men behind the ball, but then the team is so effective in the midfield that they swallow us, they suffocate us, like PSG kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. And I also fear if we try to go at them and try to play a game of football and try to mash them at that, I don't know if we can win that battle. I feel like they might be slightly better in that sense. So I feel like we should try to play to our strengths. Yes, be very compact and be good defensively. And then just try and hit them on the break as effective as possible. Because by doing that, you still have a lot of people behind the ball, but you're still being effective on the counter and trying to make the most of the situation. And I think we should just do that. We should play to our strengths.
Yeah, that's a very interesting, because obviously on my left, yeah, I got what I think could happen, you know, the predicted 11 as always. But I was actually thinking, you know, what are the chances Oli plays a back five? You know, what are the chances?
I think it's purely dependent on Shaw's
Good.
fitness.
I don't even know for sure, because you know we still have 10
I
guys.
know
I think if
it's
one,
training.
I think you know you have Maguire, Axel, Lindelof, Aaron, and Telles, you know, and then
That
you
should
just
be
Just might actually.
remove it. Yeah, that's
He doesn't
just
like
fine.
Montebe. It's
But if he, I think he might not like him, but I think in a back five, Oli will be like, you know what, boys, if I have an opportunity to play a back
I
five,
think
I'm
he'll
gonna
go
go
rush
for it.
Shaw in all honesty, yeah.
Actually, no, I think he will. I think Ola's going to play back five in this game.
I wouldn't be
And you think
surprised.
about it, Telles is suited to be a wing back, you know?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I think we'll see Tanzwebe come in between Lindelof and Maguire and Telles play more as a wing back.
The only reason I have this also is because I think if he doesn't play a back five, I don't know how he's gonna play the 4-2-3-1, especially because one, Cavani is now supposedly injured. It was supposedly a muscle strain that he went off yesterday, and Martial is injured. So that's, I mean, you can play the 4-2-3-1, but it's over. You're gonna play Mata in this game, or then I don't think so. I don't. So that's why I went to the diamond, yeah, personally, you know, because Cavani, like I said, muscle strain, and Martial's growing, so he could be out for who knows how long. You know, so
Jeez, my life.
my head,
Is there any chance that Martial will play?
no.
I think 0.
I think there's zero chance he'll play.
I'll look into it quick and see if anybody's
That's
actually
bad.
reported.
If it's a groin injury and he walked off like how he did yesterday, I think you'll see him
Yeah.
in January
He was-
sometime.
Exception, yeah.
I think you'll
Him
see him
and
next
Cavani,
year.
yeah.
Yeah. And again,
That's bad.
I mean, I just my mind wanders because I'm a big Martial fan. I'm like, was there something going on with him, recurring? You know, something like a knock, a nibble. Is that, you know? I'm not saying that's the reason you should miss a tap in or whatever, but I'm just saying, is that the reason why we haven't seen Martial at his best? Like, we don't know. You know, Ali knows, the trainers, the coaches, the fitness, the physios, the doctors. They all know what's going on. But I just wonder if, you know, it could literally just be from that one game, from yesterday's game. But it could also be, you know, something
Never.
that's happened in training, and Ollie's like, play with it, force it, and then now he's gone. And Cavani again. When Cavani signed for us, we all knew this man is hella injury prone. As good as he is, he's very injury prone. And I said, this guy cannot play 3 games in a row. And then Ollie played him, and now he might be injured. You know, so.
Yeah. To be honest, I wouldn't have picked Cavani anyway. To be honest, I know Cavani is very intelligent and he's a good finisher, but there are games where it seems like he disappears, and I feel like we need pace on the counter in this game. And I would have gone with Martial definitely, Rashford definitely, and Greenwood seems to be, based on the last game, seems to be getting better. So we need that form in this game, and I do think we have enough with these two. I think they can go score a goal. They're very good on the counter as well, and we just need them at their best.
No, yeah, definitely. But another thing is that if Ollie does play the diamond formation, is that, as you guys can probably notice, that I put Matic and Scott, because, you know, like I said, I think Ollie is obsessed with these two holdings. Yeah.
So I got a quote from Ollie, and he said, we lost Anthony and Edison. Hopefully they aren't too bad, but they couldn't carry on today. There's a game coming up on Tuesday, but that's probably going to be the season this year. There's going to be some games that we have to do without players, and I'm glad we've got the subs that we have. They're not bad ones, hopefully. We'll do scans, and hopefully they'll be available soon.
They won't be. Yeah, I don't. But I think Cavani and Martial, you can rule them out. Yeah, you can rule them out. Yeah, I think De Gea will be back. You know, from injured players, I think De Gea will be back. Luke Shaw, I know he's training, but would I throw Luke Shaw in again? Like, I love Luke. I'm one of Luke Shaw's biggest fans. But would I throw him in? Yeah, if it was a back 5, possibly. But if it was just a back 4, I don't. Like, I know we all know Luke Shaw needs that one game for the fitness, and I don't know about this. Like, I know Tillers has been hit and miss defensively, but I wouldn't make a risk like that yet, unless, like I said, it was a back 5. But there, like I was getting back, you know, to the Matic Scott thing. I think Ollie's obsessed with these two holding type defenders to protect the centre backs, you know, to protect that whole defense. I think he does, and like we said, Fred is not available. He's suspended. He might be injured, or, you know, might be sick or something. But either way, he's still not available because of the red card. So no matter what, Fred cannot play this game. So it has to be Matic and Scott. But I said Scott is the weakness. You know, he's got that symbol of weakness now. And I says it has to be Donny van de Beek. The boy needs to play this game. I think if you play Donny van de Beek in this game, we will win this game. I think that midfield with instead of Scott and Donny, we can win that game. Maybe Scott instead of Matic as well. You know, it's up to you. But I think we could win the game then. I think the midfield battle we will win because, you know, Pogba, I think if he has someone like Donny next to him, I don't think he will be required to do as much defensive work. And we've seen Pogba in the diamond last time we played Leipzig. He was quite good, you know. Did he concede a penalty that game? I can't remember, but
Which game?
the Leipzig game, the first Leipzig.
I won't lie to you. I do not want to see Paul Pogba on the pitch. Paul Pogba must not be on the pitch, at least from the start of the game, because I'm not having him conceding a penalty or doing something stupid defensively. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna give Ollie the benefit of the doubt here. I think it being such an important game, Donny van de Beek has to start. He just has to.
No, he does have to
match.
start. No, not even he does have to start. I think we all know that. But my boy, I wouldn't bet my house on it. I wouldn't bet my house. I wouldn't even put the $5 on Donny van de Beek.
This is way too important.
Oh yeah, and De
If
Gea
that doesn't
is
start-
still doubtful there, guys. So
Yeah.
there's a chance he doesn't even play.
Oh,
That's fine,
it's
though.
fine though. Yeah,
I trust Dini.
I also start Dini. So
I know, it's just
yeah. But yeah, I put David De Gea there because I think he will be I think he'll be okay. I know he's a doubt, but I think he will be okay. But yeah, like I said, you know, if Dean Henderson's in goal, why it's a win-win. You know, I honestly I prefer Dean Henderson. Yeah, I prefer Dean Henderson as well. Anyway, so you know, Dino, it is what it is.
If I'm gonna guess, I'm gonna say, and it's gonna be weird because we haven't played this a lot. I'm gonna say Matic and Donny, because I feel like he doesn't like not having an out-and-out number 6. Sometimes it's Scott, sometimes it's Matic. So he's gonna have at least one of them. and I think it'll be Matic and it'll be Donny next to him.
My boy, I love your faith. No, you're gonna sell straight picking Randy.
I mean, Matic, Scott, Donny, Bruno. That I'm nearly willing to bet on.
Matic, Scott, Donny, Bruno. So there we had three different variants here.
That's what
But you know, I don't think we'll see
That's if we're
Donny.
playing the 4.
Yeah, that's if we play the 4. But if we play the 4, I don't see. I think we'll play Matic because there is no Fred. I think he will play Scott because Scott is his favorite. I think Bruno is Bruno, and I do think yesterday, Paul Pogba, he proved the point. He was like he told the world to shut up, and it's just such an odd thing to do. To be like, Paul was
That's
fantastic in the last game.
Like,
You know, he was a fantastic player.
Then you get the pen.
And then you can see the pen and the whole world hates him again. So, you know, I understand why people don't want Pogba to play in this game, you know, personally. Oh, but yeah, look at that midfield. It's so dead. Like Matic, Scott, and Donny. Oh my god, it's so dead.
when
Even
has
this
Scott ever
midfield is
worked
pretty
without-
dead as
without
well.
Fred?
Exactly, that's the thing.
When does Scott
Well,
ever work
honestly, yeah,
without
when
Fred?
does Scott ever work? Even in general. Even when he does have Fred.
The FA Cup versus League 2
He's
teams.
better with Fred.
Yeah,
Without Fred, it's horrible.
exactly.
So,
Like,
Donny, he has to.
he has to
Like,
play this
I'm
game.
sorry,
That's why I say,
why
yeah,
I can't be
that's
that
why
bad.
it's literally written here. It's not as clear on the recording, but it says has to be Donny. Donny has to play, and I just know he won't. And that's already two signs of weaknesses in this, because I know these two. Poulsen,
Yeah,
you know, Poulsen might not be the fastest. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you give them a corner, it's over. You give City a corner, they with their short midgets as strikers, the Sterlings, we will still concede somehow.
Honestly, I'm gonna make an outrageous prediction. If we play this team, we're getting knocked out of the Champions League.
I think so as well, though. I
That's
think
what I'm
if he
saying.
plays Maguire, Victor, and Scott, I think we lose this game. I think we do lose this game. I think if Donny's in there, there's hope. I think that's how important Donny is to this game. I think you play Donny Van de Beek in here, there's hope. You know, I think if you go to 5 back, I think there's a lot more hope. You know, I would play a 5 back, you know, in this game. Especially because, you know, the other thing I'm thinking is, last time we played Leipzig, we completely, we didn't Clayton would say we didn't outplay them, but I think we completely outplayed them. And we used the diamond. The diamond was when I've seen the diamond at its best. But let's not fool ourselves here. We are playing Nagelsmann. He is not stupid. You know, he is far from stupid. And he will definitely know how to break that diamond this time around. So, you know, that's another problem I think, you know, I'll try to do the same thing we did against Leipzig the last time. I don't think it'll work because I do believe in Nagelsmann's coaching, his tactics and those players to beat our diamond, you know, figure it out, crack it open, wide open, make us look like amateurs out there. But like I said again, you know, with that thing that them having to attack us, it can still always play in our hands because they have to win the game. We don't have to win the game. We just have to get a draw. You know, we just have to get a draw. So it can play in our hands. It's gonna be a very, very interesting game. Tactically,
Yeah,
the player selections, everything about this game.
ever since Bruno came, you know, the 5 works, especially in these big games. The one game I remember it didn't really work when Bruno was here was the Liverpool one where we lost, I think, 2-0 at Anfield. But besides that, it seems to be effective in these type of games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know. I think I have faith in it, and I think we should do it.
Honestly, bro, if we had to raise everyone else's names and we just had Bruno on the field, I still have hope. I'd back it. I'd back it. I'd be like, you know, this guy, yeah, you know, there's hope. He can do a madness, one man.
11 Brunos.
11, win the triple every season. Yeah, 11 Brunos. But yeah, no, I think, you know, Clay, let's hear your thoughts on how Leipzig are gonna approach this game. You know, you're obviously quite a Leipzig fan. You know, I'm not saying you support them or anything, but you like, you know, the style of play. You know, you just like the team in general. So let's hear. What do you think? How do you think they're gonna shape up? How do you think they're gonna go approach this tactically? How do you think Nagelsmann's gonna do it? Certain players in Leipzig. Let's hear it, boy.
The thing with Nagelsmann is you don't know what he's gonna play. He can play any system and he'll make it look like he's been playing this for 5 years. That's the amazing
that's true.
ability of him. He is ridiculously good at preparing a team for a game, and I expect nothing less for this game as well. Again, I think that 5-0 was very, very unfair on what Leipzig did to us. I feel like we were very, very close to conceding on multiple occasions, and sheer luck got us through it, kind of like the West Ham game in a lot of aspects defensively. And I think he'll take somewhat of a similar approach, but he'll probably try to dictate play a lot more, probably play a 3-back, is my guess. He'll play like his 3-5-3, something like that, 3-4-3. I'm trying to remember what the formation was, but yeah. That's a formation that he's played a lot, and it can get the best out of his wide players. It can create a lot of width, especially if we are playing diamond. It rather play to our weaknesses of width and try and make something happen along the wings, exploit Tellers and his weakness down the right hand side. Because last time he went up against Luke Shaw, which was fully fit and just full of energy. Yeah, so now I think people like Olmo and Nkunku are going to be on that right wing, exploiting Tellers.
I think Tellers will get exploited as well.
Really, and then Maguire's going to expose because of that, and whoever's in goal is going to have a very tough job to do. I don't know how much help Matic is going to be in this sort of game as well, because it's going to be high intensity.
Yeah, they're very fast as well. So.
Him.
Yeah.
Or Sorloth even. Sorloth could be starting ahead of Poulsen. I don't know what he's going to be playing, but both of those strikers are really big. They're very brutish, I guess you could call them, because they're going to bully our centre-backs. We saw what he did to Maguire last time alone. So it's going to take a lot for us to keep a clean sheet at the very least.
Yeah, I think
It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good because I picture Poulsen in the air versus Maguire and Lindelof combined. It's not ending always. It's not end. It's not gonna end.
Especially zonal marking. It's not
especially zonal. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, no, it's over. It's not even Poulsen. Like if we concede a, let's just say we concede a corner, right? And this just shows how dumb. This just shows how dumb Ollie's. I would bet my house that Ollie's gonna zonal mark on a corner, right?
Yep.
Guarantee you, if we concede a corner, there's going to be two, so that means the two people are free. Poulsen, one, because he's the obvious choice, he's the big ass striker, he's the captain. But, guys, there's a player there that we all want. And from a corner, he's no joke, guys. His name is Upperman Khan, and he is up and coming as one of the best centre backs in the world. This guy is a beast of a footballer. He is everything Harry Maguire wishes he was. He's fast. He can do that Maguire dribble way better than him. He can pass a football. Attack when he has to be in the box. He can be very, very dangerous. He's not a player you take lightly. And like I said, it's a player we all want at United. It's a player, that we've seen. He's been linked to us multiple times, and he's my dream centre back for Manchester. He's my dream centre back. So you got to keep an eye on Upamecano, even defensively and offensively. And again, it's so stupid because it's a tactical thing. It's just like, every time we can't give away corners. It's like we can't give away a corner. And I don't like us giving away free kicks anyways, because I said, like, if there is a goal, I don't back him to save it. If it's a good free kick, I don't back him to save it. So, set pieces defensively, we are not anywhere good. And Leipzig are good at that. They're very good at set pieces. And
And I think Upamecano didn't play too well against us last time, so he'll be out to 2 points. And I'll be so upset if we lose because of a set piece, because those are things you can fix, Yes, other things take a while. You need to embed it and then play games on it. But set pieces, I feel like it's something you can work on. It's a bit simpler to eradicate. I don't know. But I feel like we need to play set the... I can kind of agree with that. I feel like we need to match the intensity. Yes, we're going to be playing on the counter, but we need to be intense about it, because the last thing we want is to be overwhelmed by that press, because then it's curtains for us.
Exactly, that's the thing. That's the other thing, because I understand why people won't play Pogba in this type of game as well, because Pogba, when he's getting pressed, he's not there yet, but he's not there yet.
West Ham.
Exactly.
We saw
he lost the ball a lot when he got pressed at West Ham. It's just as soon, but I'm going to bring up this next point, because I know everything doesn't seem so good. It's not looking good for us. It's not looking good. This man drew to Bayern even. Tactically it just looked like they're the perfect team to beat us. But the boys, don't worry, because there's hope. Okay, there's hope. And his name is Bruno Fernandes.
If Bruno gets injured sometime before Tuesday, it's done. It's honestly done.
I will pack my bags. If Bruno doesn't arrive on Tuesday, we're not watching the game, boys. There will be no match reaction. We're closing up. I'm going to sleep. And I'll just check if we made it the next day.
Might as well watch the Europa League on Thursday. Just scout out to competition.
Might as well just watch the like, okay, so this team Tottenham look very serious. Yeah, watch the Arsenal, Banter Club. But on a serious note, Bruno, he's a force on his own, boys. He's a force, and I can guarantee you, Leipzig fans out there, or anyone out there, you can be Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Juventus, any team in the world. put them all together, put your best 11, all of them, put your Neymar, and put all the people, all the best players in a team. But if you have Bruno on your side, there's hope. There's fucking hope. Because this man, he can do it all. He can do it all. So, as you can see, there's exclamation marks by Bruno Fernandes. We don't have to say how important he is, you know. We don't have to say it. If there is any hope, like I said, it's Bruno Fernandes. The chances are going to come from Bruno Fernandes. We all know that. If there's a goal, it could likely be Bruno Fernandes. Bruno, when he has to track back, is on job. He's the leader of that team. He's going to show the passion. He will show the fire. You know, he will. Trust me, Bruno is going to go in this game with an absolute ruthless mentality. He's going to look like he wants it more than anyone else in the world. However, there could be a problem, and that's why I think Pogba and Donny still have to play. Because if I'm Nagelsmann, again, like you said, Nagelsmann, them are no idiots. You man-mark Bruno, you know. And then, if you man-mark Bruno now, he's suffocated out. And you don't, let's just say you don't have the Pogba, so it's Matthew Scott, and okay, we'll probably say Pogba. You know, Pogba is vital, because it's, again, you know, you can have your judgment about Paul Pogba, but again, you can't leave a player like Paul Pogba, you know, just free roam, do what he wants, because he will kill you. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, like I said, you know, Paul Pogba on his day, which is, you know, it's not, I know it's not as often as it used to be, but Paul Pogba on his day can be better, and better than a Bruno Fernandes. You know, he can be. He can win you a game, one man. He can also do that, you know. And Donny van de Beek is the cleanest midfielder we have. He doesn't misplace passes. Tackling is very tenacious. You know, he's here to prove a point, and the treatment of Donny van de Beek is disgraceful. So now, if he does, and that's the thing. Now, if you play Scott or Matic, this is Scott or Matic. You know, I don't care who it is. But then you have Donny, Pogba, and Bruno. Leipzig can only do so much man marking. You know, they can only do so much because one-on-one Pogba can beat a man one-on-one. You know, Bruno can beat his man one-on-one. Donny can beat his man one-on-one. If you try and mark Bruno completely out the game, Pogba and Donny is still free. You try and mark Donny, Bruno and Pogba free. You try and mark Pogba, you know, Bruno and Donny are free. You know, so we need those players. And now it's like it's a catch, you know, 50-50 situation, because it's like catch 2. There we go. That's the same. Catch 22, because now it's like the draw is like, and you know, I want I'll take it. I'll take a draw tomorrow. By all means, I'll take it. But it's risky also, because like you said, we need to give our chance the best possibility. Now, what is that? Is it going to be the back five? Is it going to be a diamond? Well, I'll ask you guys also, is there any chance we playing a 4-2-3-1 on Tuesday? Knowing that there's no Cavani and there's no Martial.
I don't think we have enough players for it right now. Because who plays right wing? Mata.
Yeah, fair, but you know,
Mata or Dan James could go left or right, doesn't matter.
RB Leipzig.
I could see Dan James.
No, you said that. No, hold on. Right? We said that. I know where Maloto is going to go with this. But now Clayton said, you're going to play Mata or Dan James. Now, boy, the way you said that, right? Think about Oli. You know, think about, you know, when we were waiting for the team lineup. Is it not an Oli thing to do?
It is.
It is, exactly. It's a very Oli thing to do. So we think, guys, we need to counter Dan James and the pace. Go, boy. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog, run for the corner flag.
Dan James on the
left. I beg. Please, Dan James on the left. I beg.
You know,
Lag is just on our side, Shoni, just to prove our point.
Every time Maloto wants to bring this up about Rashford on the left, his internet are like, no.
His internet, no, I don't want to. I don't want to allow this. I'm not going to allow this.
Exactly.
Can you guys even hear me? Bloody hell.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel me. But I can see him when Dan James playing, and you know, sometimes football can be that simple. Because here's the thing, I want us to play to our strengths and do what we've done in these type of games and has worked effectively. I do not want to put these players and try to take on Leipzig, because that's not what we've done in these type of games. We've played a very defensive and play on the counter, and it works. And I don't trust Ole to do anything too technical. I don't. I really don't. I want to keep it simple.
And we're supporting that.
At least get a draw. For this game, I just want to get through. Honestly, I just want to get through. I don't care how he does it.
Yeah, also me. Any means necessary. Get through. You could play the worst football in the world, but I'll take it. For one day, I'll take it. I'll take it for this day. You know, because it's like again, it'll be like a step forward. I think, you know, we're known to bottle things when it really counts, when it really matters. we fucking bottle everything in life. Everything, we bottle everything. So, you know, I'm gonna ask you guys, what would you guys do? You know, if you were in Ollie's shoe, how would you guys approach this game? Because personally, it's gonna sound crazy. I would play a diamond, but I wouldn't play one of the centre backs. I think I would play Axel, because like we said, these fucking centre backs haven't rested, boys. They just, even with the rest, these months they never rested.
For 2 seasons.
Exactly. This guy hasn't missed a minute. Oh well, actually, he did miss one game. Actually, it might have been the PSG game when we played the back five.
Did he?
Yeah, he missed the PSG game when we played the back five. But that was the only thing.
One game over 2
yeah, that's
seasons.
the only thing. Yeah.
Still
So I think I would. So if it's up to me, I would play Axel in replace of one of these guys. I would play the diamond still, and instead of the only difference is I think instead of Scott, I'd have Donny, and that's how I'll rock it. I mean, the front two, it is what it is. You don't have Martial, we don't have Cavani, so that's personally how I would do it. And I'll be like, boys, you know, if I get a goal, back five, fucking close it up, it's done. As soon as we get a goal, back five. I won't even lie, back five.
Pocket.
Yeah. Look, I'm not a big fan of Ollie's philosophy, but for this game, and given the position that, from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's point of view, I'd just go for what he does best. I'd go for the 5 at the back. I'd play Shaw if he's fit, because I think he's really good at one of those centre backs. In the 2 holding, I'd do something he's never done. I'd play Pogba. Yes, play Pogba. And as much as I said I would, okay, no, see now I'm contradicting myself because I said I wouldn't play him. I I play him. No, I'd play him. I take back what I said. I played Pogba. I played Donny, and I've asked Donny to be a bit. I asked Donny to be a bit more defensive.
So
but
no
I trust
Bruno.
him because no, we're gonna get there. We're playing 5-3-2.
Okay.
Remember?
So yeah,
yeah,
I'm just making sure it's right. Yeah, made.
Play Pogba and what's his name again? And Donny.
In the 2,
Donny
yeah.
a bit more defensive because Matic can be defensive. He's not quick enough though. McTominay is McTominay. So the best option there is Donny van de Beek. Pogba as well. You a bit more mobile than Matic, and you can help us going forward. You can link up with Bruno. I play Bruno in the 10, of course. Like there's no question about that. And then to Bruno and Rashford. And yeah, that's what I would do in this game.
Tatum, I'm very interested to hear what you say, boy.
Because the issue is, I don't want to play too narrow, because they're very comfortable playing the width.
4-4-2 wide was what? Classic, old school, 4-4-2. Pogba on the left midfield.
Like, but it doesn't work for what we have as well. Where are we going to play? Pogba and Bruno?
Left midfield.
Donny and
Right
Bruno?
midfield.
Yeah, it's a thing, so it's mad. I think maybe we have to stick with the Old Faithful for this game. Go 4-2-3-1.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, but then okay, 4-2-3-1. Not tell me the plays, but I'm very interested to hear who's getting this team in a 4-2-3-1.
Well, the defense I'd obviously still bring in Tonzetta, but hey, we're not
Yeah.
talking about sure if he's fit. You need a defensive fullback for this game. And then I would want Matic and Donny pivot.
Okay.
And then I would go Bruno ahead, Rashi to the right, Greener through the middle, and probably a Dan James to the left, or Pogba, one or the other.
Oh, that sounds like such an Ollie thing to do. It sounds like the most Ollie thing to do. Is that what?
I
you're
feel like
saying?
it could work though, because this season I've seen a lot of good things from Dan James when he has actually played. He's looking better than last season,
No,
and that's big
Yeah,
improvement.
he's got a Champions League goal. You know, I'm not saying it can't work. And like I said, you know, but again, it's you're taking a big risk. You know, we're taking a big. That's a risk you have to take. You know, as a manager, if you want to do it, and it's either gonna pay off, or it's gonna blow up in your face. Because we know what Dan James is as well. Let's not get ourselves. We know this man. He can run into a wall, and that's it. You'll run to the sponsor board, and that's it. And then you'll be like, okay, now what? Run backwards. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
It's
we
like
do
better.
the
I feel
same
like-
thing.
Leipzig on Man City, and I get that might sound much disrespectful to Man City, but Man City are horrible defensively. Like they play such a high press, they leave so much space. So Dan James arrived in the game probably. Huh?
What do you think we
Yeah,
do?
true,
We're
but-
gonna attack this from
When we try play like them, we do it as well. But
Yeah.
I think yes, with Wale, we have bad centre backs. But then
We have
I don't
Ole.
know. Sometimes I feel like I expect more from Pep. They just look ridiculous when they play against a team that's going to counter against them because they leave so much space. And I feel like Leipzig won't do that. As much as they'll high press, they'll be very compact. So I don't know if this is a game for Dan James.
That's the only problem I think. I just don't think it's a game for Dan James. And then, you know, actually, controversially, I would rather see Jesse Lingard. As mad
I
as
don't
that
know what
sounds.
he is. I do want to see him back into
Yeah.
contention.
As mad. And the other thing is, like, you know, actually, the other only thing he could do is literally just Greenwood, Rashford, Mata. He could do it. I don't think Mata would be very effective as well, but he could do it. So
It's a waste of space on that right hand side. 'cause
yeah,
the
but
right-hand
that's how I
side-
feel about Dan James. You know, it's like, oh, I feel like it's a waste on that side as well. When
The
we
big
just
thing
going
that-
10 men.
Angelino is the most attacking wing back like out there. This man is just halfway across the field at any given point. We need to exploit that space on the right hand side. We're not going to exploit it with the Mata there. We need to exploit it with the
Yeah.
Rashid or Dan James there.
Yeah.
That's the only time we're going to
I
get
think-
this right now.
I think objectively the safest thing to do is play the 5 and play Matic
Yeah.
and Donny. As much as I didn't say that, it's probably the safest thing to do.
It depends on what
And-
Ollie's attitude is going into this, I think. If he wants to play for the draw and just...
I think he'll play for a draw.
Yeah.
I think he will play for a draw.
It should be at least a draw. I'm not saying we're gonna like put all our men behind the ball. No, never do that. I feel like that's a horrible idea. But we should be conservative to a certain extent in these type of games.
Yeah, you know, the only thing I am going to say, you know, just to like finish off, when things are not looking good at Manchester United, when we feel like there's no hope at Manchester United, we get the result. And Bruno, somehow, some way, we're going to be sitting in this match reaction saying, we are through to the next round. Why? Bruno Fernandes, 10 out of 10.
Loves
That's
Loves
the
his
reality of it. Exactly. This man loves it. You know, yesterday, I don't know if you guys seen it. And, you know, I love Bruno Fernandes, but he's a beautiful bastard, is what he is. That's what he is. Because he made a post on social media as normal, and the caption was, trust the process. And I was like, oh no. I was like, no. I'm like, Bruno, don't do this. Don't do this to me, please. Don't do this to me, please. I can't do
He's
this.
brainwashed.
Yeah, it's the brainwash, you know. Trust the pro. No, Bruno, I trust you. You clearly managing this team. You clearly coaching this team. I trust you. I don't trust her. Please, please. You know, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, you know. And I think it's going to be a very interesting game, boys. We're going to see what happens. I think anything can happen. We could see a diamond. We could see a 5-back. We could see 4-2-3-1. We could get smashed. We could smash them. Or we could see the typical
Like
Oli got it done at them.
this
Yeah,
game,
that's what's going to happen in short.
it's
Yeah,
such,
no clue what's going to happen in short.
it's such fine margins. If we lose this game, it's going to be Ole out everywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be
Ole
Oli
out.
out.
We're probably going to lose to Man City. If we win this game, we're through. We're close to the top of the table. We're
No, yeah, trust me. You
Everything
best
will look
believe
right.
if we somehow win this game, not even draw, Ollie's beating City next week. He's going to beat Sheffield. He's going to beat Leeds. And it's going to be like, oh, Ollie's at the wheel. That's what it's going to be like. But if we lose tomorrow, it could be the end of the road, boys. We lose tomorrow, we lose to City, lose to Sheffield, lose to Leeds, and it's gone. It's gone. You know, that could happen.
Yeah.
But, you know, the
These
other,
two
the other
games-
thing is, I don't think Bruno Fernandes has lost like 2 games in a row. I don't think there's a stat that like Bruno, if he loses, is winning the next 3 or something, you know. Like it shows, the table says everything since he's come into the team. We top of the log in terms of points, you know, gathered. We are a one-man team at this point, boys. That's what it is.
And to look for positives, we just don't seem to lose away from home.
Yeah.
So when looking at it that way, that's a good thing for this game.
Exactly.
Yeah. See.
So yeah, let's see what happens.
I mean, we
boys.
went in against Southampton. Sorry, we went in against Southampton. There was big doubts. We ended up scoring 3 goals against them. West
Yeah.
Ham, yes, we didn't play that well. We ended up scoring 3 goals against them. So away from home, we seem to. It seems like we know what we're doing. As weird and it's not a very extremely appealing, but it seems like we get the result. So let's just hope the same theme continues this week.
Exactly, boys. So I think either way, it's going to be a very entertaining game. I wrote out 3 names on the board, boys, because you know what time it is. It's score prediction time, boys. The thing I dread the most, actually, because we just never know. That's just the honest answer. We just never know what you're gonna get. It looks like the end of the world, you know. I seen a meme yesterday. Just sum up United in a nutshell. It's that meme where that American footballer is like, they had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie, and then, the second half it's like, it's so different. So yeah, but yeah, score predictions. Who wants to go first? Volunteer, please.
I don't think anyone wants to go first.
2-1 loss.
Say you want to go first.
You.
I'll be blunt. I'll be blunt. Just completely blunt. Just go.
You.
Did you realize what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're saying
Yes,
Go
we're
on.
going
we're
back.
watching Thursday Night Football.
We're
Yes,
going
we're
out.
back.
Yeah.
Thursday.
Clayton just said, boys.
I
He,
know
he
back.
ended our dreams. We are going back to Thursday nights, boys.
Well, what's gonna happen in this game?
Come on, boys. Please, bro. Come on, boys. Come on, boy. Hook us up there. Give us some positivity.
I want to say we're gonna do what we do. Win away from home, 2-1. Maybe win the group even. But I don't think we'll win. But I think we'll go through. I'm gonna say 1-1 draw.
Okay. Damn it. I was hoping Moloto win for a win. So I could predict a draw, because I think that's what I want. But I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to... Okay, let me go into the mindset, because I'm the Bible of Manchester United. It's like, it's key what I say.
All
We
the
can-
scenarios are playing to your head.
Exactly. We can always concede a goal. Bruno can always get the goal. So that's 1-1 already.
Who wins it is the question. If anybody.
All his jobs on the line. All his jobs on the line. The fan base will hate him forever and ever if he loses this game. That means only one thing, boys. It's going to be a 2-1 dub and a Bruno Fernandes masterclass. That's what's
Yeah,
going
no,
to
I
happen.
can see that. I was tempted to go there.
Bruno is bound to blank as well. That's one thing that
No.
Oli cannot rely on.
My man, he already
I'm
blanked.
listening.
He blanked at
I'm
PSG. My man blanked at PSG, okay? It's time. It's time. He's back, boys. His man blanks once every like 10 games.
It's ridiculous. He's so good. I hate that he's so good because he only jumps.
That's the thing, though. It's like, I love him to bits, and now he's putting trust the process in it. But he's keeping the manager I hate in the job. He's the paper over the cracks. He's the glue to everything. Without him, it's going down.
Right opinions both ways.
Yep. So yeah, and I think I just had to go for the win for the content. I think the fans, the viewers and stuff, they wanted the content. So there we go, boys. Clay 2-1 loss.
Like
Is
Ed must love Bruno.
Yeah.
I only
yeah,
spent 40 something
best
billion on you.
You
You
best
keep
believe.
me the title race.
I should go look at Bruno's clauses now, just so I can actually see how much it was.
You must have a Ballon d'Or clause in there. I'm
Oh, there
pretty
was
sure.
a Ballon d'Or
There was
thing.
a Ballon d'Or
Uh,
clause, yeah.
And I don't remember how much it
There was
was.
a Ballon d'Or clause. I think there was a goal scoring clause with 30 goals a season or something like that in all comps. I think.
You know-
50 assists. And he's hitting the
you know-
ball. This man is just
Maybe
costing us.
Sporting knew what they were doing. Sporting knew what they were doing. We were like, you guys don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they
Just
played
don't know
us.
Bruno Fernandes.
I really wish I knew what that clause was. Because in my head, like, Bruno wins a Ballon d'Or, it's like 40 mil. It's like, fuck.
Dude.
Yeah, so he paid an initial fee of 46.5 million up front. And they could get 21 million in add-ons. Okay,
That's
so
fair.
4.2 in
The
appearance.
player we're getting.
Yeah.
United will have another 12.6 if they win any individual prizes, and the agent will get 4.6 million in fees. That's ridiculous.
But that means you've already paid Sporting like 5 times.
Sporting also have a sell-on clause, so if we sell Bruno to someone, they get 10%.
Oh, it's like 10% of 200 million. Imagine. 10% of 200 million, boys.
Love it.
Oh, Bruno, boys. It's no surprise why they want to get Bruno under a new contract, because I think, if there's one thing the Glazers and Ed love is that people saving their jobs, and Bruno saving their jobs, he's saving this whole club. So, I think Bruno is that thing, where Rio said, get the paper, put it out in front of him, let him write whatever numbers he wants, and let him sign the thing. Because we're back, he does that thing. That's what Bruno is. So yeah, a 2-1 loss from Clayton to summarize, because he's a Leipzig fan, so don't get touched. 1-1 draw from Moloto, because he's the fence setter. And then I played the scenarios in my head, because I'm the visionary. But yeah, I'm joking. No, because we could catch it now. We could very much.
No matter what happens,
Any of these things could
I
happen.
think we'll have a lot. We'll have a lot to say in the match review.
We generally do anyways. I mean, yesterday's fine. It's 1.5 hours long, so it'll be a good show. Whether we go, especially if we lose, boys. Yeah, you're gonna have a 3-hour match reaction next time. That's what I'm saying. If we lose, we're gonna have a 3-hour match reaction. But yeah, gentlemen, it's been a good show. You know, thanks for coming here. Like I said, if any of you guys are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. It helps us a lot. To comment on the videos, do like, to share it around, all that good stuff. You know, we appreciate it all. But yeah, guys, is there anything you want to say before we end off?
Do or die. What more can we say? Okay.
It's, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll end it off with this. It's Bruno or it's die. And I'll check you in the next one.